It's Christmas morning and I walk into my mom's house at 10 a.m., right when she asked me to be there. But the room goes quiet. Everyone's already there, hours early. Presents are open, breakfast dishes cleared, my nephew Christian deep into his new games. They didn't wait for me. This is our first Christmas without Dad, who passed in October, and everything feels off. Mom hugs me tightly, but her smile is strained. My sister-in-law, Gabriella, barely looks up from her phone, muttering, "Oh, you made it," like I'm some stranger crashing their party. I set my gifts by the tree, trying to ignore the awkwardness. Christian's thrilled to show me his new gaming setup. He's always been the bright spot. But my brother Andrew cuts in. "Don't bother Uncle Dominic. He probably doesn't get these things. Too busy with whatever he does." The dig's not subtle. I've done well for myself working remotely for a tech company while traveling. Dad always supported my choices, even if they weren't Andrew's traditional path. But since Dad's passing, the jabs about my lifestyle have gotten sharper. Lunch is when it all unravels. Mom makes Dad's traditional Christmas roast, the first time without him. The table's quiet until Gabriella breaks the silence. "So Dominic, any special someone yet? At your age, you should think about settling down. Christian needs cousins." Before I can answer, Andrew piles on. "Oh, he's too busy living the bachelor life. No wife, no kids, no real life, right?" He laughs, but it's edged. Everyone nods or looks away. They've talked about me before. I keep my cool, focus on my food. "My life's pretty full," I say. "I'm happy," Gabriella presses. "Full of what?" "Working behind a screen, traveling to empty hotel rooms." "That's not living. That's existing. You're wasting your potential. Your father would have wanted—" I cut her off, sharper than I meant. "Don't tell me what Dad would have wanted." The tension's thick. Mom tries to pivot to New Year's plans, but Andrew's not done. "No, we need to talk about this. The will reading's next week. We need to be realistic." His voice lowers, like he's sharing some deep truth. "You've got all this money saved, no responsibilities, while we're giving Christian the best life possible. It's not fair." Mom's guilt-ridden face says it all. She won't meet my eyes. "What do you mean realistic?" I ask, pieces clicking together. Gabriella, all fake sweetness, says, "We've had expenses. Christian's private school, house renovations. Dad promised to help before we had to borrow against what we knew was coming from the will." My stomach drops. "Borrow from where?" Silence. Mom whispers, "Your portion, honey. They needed it. You have so much saved and they have a family. It's like a punch to the gut. You took my inheritance without asking?" Andrew snaps, "Borrowed. And what were you going to do with it? You're a waste of space in this family. No connections. No one depending on you. Just floating while we deal with real responsibilities." Everyone nods, even Mom, though she looks pained. Christian stares at his plate. I stand, chair scraping. They expect an explosion. Instead, I smile. "Thank you for lunch, Mom. I need to go." Gabriella starts. "Don't be dramatic, but I'm already out the door." Andrew mutters about me running from confrontation. At home, my phone's blowing up. Mom begging to talk, Andrew telling me to man up. I don't reply. Instead, I call Dad's lawyer, Mr. Wilson, and leave a message. I'm done being the pushover. 48 hours later, I'm still processing. "I met Mr. Wilson yesterday, and it's worse than I thought. He wasn't surprised to see me." "I've been expecting your call," he says, pulling out a thick folder. Dad knew everything. He shows me loan documents, my signature forged on 6, totaling $285,000 taken from my inheritance trust. The forgeries aren't even good. Then he reveals Dad's amended will, dated 2 weeks before he passed, after a concerning conversation with Andrew. Bank statements show Andrew and Gabriella are drowning in debt, unpaid private school tuition, house renovations on credit cards. They've been living beyond their means, using Dad's declining health to borrow money. My phone's buzzing. 27 missed calls, 15 voicemails. Andrew says I'm selfish. Christian's future's at stake. Gabriella claims Dad would be ashamed of me. Mom pleads to talk, says they made mistakes, but they're family. Christian's message hits hardest. "Uncle Dom, I'm sorry about Christmas. Dad and Mom were wrong." He's only 12, but sees the truth. Mr. Wilson shows me Dad's handwritten letter. Dominic understands the value of money and responsibility better than anyone gives him credit for. Dad's will requires all unauthorized loans repaid before anyone gets their full inheritance, and I'm in charge of the repayment plan. Then the bombshell. Andrew tried to have me declared financially irresponsible last month to control my entire share. As I leave, Gabriella's voicemail comes in, voice shaking. "We need to talk. The school's threatening to remove Christian if we don't pay by next week." I drive to Mom's house, find a fireproof safe Dad left in the garage. Inside, a letter, USB drives, and a ledger of every loan Andrew took. Not just from me, but Dad too. The amounts are staggering. Dad's letter starts, "If you're reading this, they pushed too far. Here's everything you need to protect yourself and help them learn." Mom texts, "They're coming over tomorrow." Christian texts too, "Are you coming?" "I hope you do. Someone needs to tell them the truth. Tomorrow's meeting will be a turning point." I've made copies of everything for Trust Test Hub. I pull up to Mom's house and 3 extra cars are in the driveway. Andrew didn't just bring Gabriella. He brought Aunt Linda, Uncle Pete, and a financial advisor friend. "It's an intervention." Andrew starts, "Good, you're here. Now we can fix the mess you're making of this family." I almost laugh. Mom's clutching a tissue. Gabriella's poised like it's a business meeting. Christian's nowhere in sight. I sit in Dad's old armchair waiting. Andrew hates silence. He cracks, pitching a plan to restructure the inheritance. Immediate access to their full shares, temporary control of mine for family assets. Repayment starts in 5 years. I let them finish, then pull out Dad's ledger. "Let's talk about the Mountain View property," I say. Dead silence. Mountain View's Dad's paid-off rental property, left to Mom for steady income. Andrew says it's irrelevant, too fast. I open the ledger. "Really?" "Because you took a second mortgage on it 8 months ago, using Mom's power of attorney while Dad was in the hospital. Did you tell her?" Mom's tissue hits the floor. "What is he talking about?" Gabriella claims it's temporary for an investment. I turn to their advisor. "Is that why it's in pre-foreclosure?" Mom's sobs shake the room. "Those units." "Our retirement plan," Andrew glares. "You had no right digging into private matters." "Private? Like forging my signature on loans? Or the 3 credit cards in Mom's name?" More silence. Their advisor starts packing up. Andrew snaps, "We were protecting the family. You've never understood. Traveling with no responsibilities." He admits they lost $500,000 in online trading, maxed out Christian's college fund. Gabriella stands furious. "You think you're perfect? What do you have? Empty apartments, photos nobody cares about." "I have no debt," I say. "And Dad's trust." A small voice from the stairs. "Christian, is it true about my college fund?" "He's recorded everything." Gabriella tries to send him away, but he says, "Uncle Dom wasn't lying about you stealing." Chaos erupts. Gabriella crying, Andrew yelling, Mom sobbing. Aunt Linda and Uncle Pete slip out. The advisor hands me his card. He's been warning the family about Andrew's schemes. I pull out Dad's amended will. "Here's what's happening. Mountain View goes into trust management to stop foreclosure. Mom's credit cards are canceled. Christian's college fund is frozen for him at 18. You two start financial counseling next week, or I take these forged documents to the police." Christian speaks up. "Dad, just sign it. I don't want to show everyone at school what you did." They sign, hands shaking. Mr. Wilson texts, "Your father would be proud." Christian's staying with me for a few days. This isn't over, but the truth's out. Stay tuned to Trust Test Hub. 2 weeks later, it's done. Andrew made his fatal mistake, trying to empty Mom's accounts. I'd frozen them the night before, triggering a fraud alert and investigation. Dad's USB drives from the garage safe were gold. Years of recorded conversations, including Andrew pressuring Dad for power of attorney on his hospital bed. We submitted the forged signatures and credit card fraud evidence to the authorities. Their financial advisor friend provided records of Andrew and Gabriella's small investment scam in their social circle. Their friends turned on them fast. Christian sent his recordings to the school board. They granted him emergency aid and opened an investigation into Andrew and Gabriella's fake tax donations. Mom saw the truth when Andrew tried to pin it all on her. Dad's final video message, recorded a week before he passed, detailed their years of manipulation. The Mountain View properties saved, Mom's retirement secured, Christian's college fund tripled thanks to Dad's secret investment account, earmarked for him since birth. Aunt Linda admitted Andrew blackmailed her with fake tax fraud evidence. Her emails exposed his schemes across the family. Andrew's suspended from his firm, their country club membership revoked for charging thousands to others' accounts. Their house is in foreclosure, their social circles gone. 3 friends filed lawsuits over the scam. Gabriella's press conference to play victim flopped when Christian leaked group chat screenshots of her planning to exploit more family. They're moving to a small apartment. Christian's with me, court-backed after Andrew threatened him for exposing their schemes. Mom's doing better, hosting quiet Sunday dinners. Christian's thriving, grades up, new friends, wants to study finance to help people. I bought Mountain View from Mom at full market value. Turning it into affordable housing, Andrew and Gabriella banned from renting. Dad's words stay with me. Sometimes love means watching someone lose everything they stole so they can find something real. Their house of cards burned, exposed by their own actions. I've set up a trust for Christian they can't touch. Every stolen penny will be repaid through wage garnishment if needed. Their reputation's destroyed, not by rumors but truth. Last night, Christian asked to frame Dad's last letter in his room, a reminder that doing right matters more than looking right. Dad's legacy lives on, through the son nobody expected. Stay tuned to Trust Test Hub for more real stories.